Morgan Devil here, back with Hawks times Listener. This fan fiction is called Hawk's Little Assistant by Miss Radical. Oh my gosh, I've been saying her name wrong this whole time. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. But the story is made by Miss Radical, and I already read part 1 to this, but I never explained the reader's or listener's quirk and power and stuff like that. So just so there won't be any confusion, I will be reading the information about the listener and then the second chapter called Chicken Donuts. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll leave a timestamp about when the information about the reader ends, so you guys don't have to sit through this me talking about the quirk. So if you guys just want to skip straight to the story, I will have a timestamp on the Jesus, what do you call it? On the video. I'm sure we'll call it that on the video's screen right now. Okay, there's the timestamp, and let's continue with the information. So, information about the listener. She's born into a family of vampires, therefore her quirk is related to blood drinking and blood manipulation. Kind of like Toga if you think about it. She can manipulate anything that has her blood inside of it, but in order to do, she must maintain a healthy diet of blood drinking. She's half vampire, so sunlight doesn't disintegrate her body, and it gives her a little glow instead. In the daytime, her quirk is weaker, so she's only limited to manipulating smaller insects, such as butterflies and other things like caterpillars, stuff like that. But she's also limited to picking up lighter objects with insects. In the nighttime, her quirk is a lot more enhanced, including her vampire features, such as her wings. Her horns are more defined. She can manipulate bats to move heavier objects around her. Her blood has rather toxic properties, so she can't manipulate a person without harming them. So now that you guys know information about you and your quirk, let's get on with Chapter 2, Chicken Donuts. It was a late night. You have been in your luxurious apartment. It was practically a garden with all the plants and vines you have all over the apartment. You didn't really like inviting anyone over, although you had a pretty nice view of the city with the balcony. Your lips pressed against the blood bag, drinking every last drop before letting out a sigh of relief. Your peace was interrupted by your phone buzzing. It was an incoming text message saying that it was from your number 2 hero. Your wings flapped in anticipation. Hawks. Hey, hope you made it home alright. Bing. Hawks. It's pretty quiet out. Not much is happening. You should have tagged along. It seemed like you wanted to say more, but the bubbles disappeared. You didn't think you'd be up this late anyway. You waited a second before responding, debating on being snarky or flirty. You decided to respond with an emoji. Stay safe, Pigeon. Get off your phone during patrol or else I will report you. Hawks. Huh? Hey, what are you doing up? Hawks. Oh right, you're babysitting. You must suck at getting here to sleep, 'cause it's like 3 a.m. LOL. Lion. Angry emoji. I'm literally gonna report you if you don't get off your phone. Hawks. Okay, sheesh. Good night, Lion. You felt kinda guilty for lying about babysitting, but it's too soon for things to fall apart. You reached toward your blinds and closed them. You really didn't want anyone seeing you through the balcony, regardless how far up your apartment was. The next morning, you're rushing over to work. You stopped by the cafe. You couldn't help but buy a few donuts. Flavored donuts were the best. It always came out hot and fresh. They baked it right in front of you. You wondered to yourself if Hawks wanted any, so you hit him up. Lion, happy emoji. Hey, what's your favorite flavor? Hawks, chicken. Lion, there are no chicken flavored donuts. Hawks, sad emoji. You really didn't understand the appeal of chicken, but most people didn't get the appeal of your preferred vampire tastes anyway. Before you got into work, Hawks had a meeting with another employee regarding an issue of a villain targeting young women. It concerned Hawks, but he assumed that his villain was just a pervert trying to cause trouble. You entered the office holding a little donut box in your right hand and hiding it behind your back. I have a surprise, you grinned. You don't have any chicken donuts, Hawks groaned, putting a fake pout. Levitated over with your butterflies surrounding you, handing over the donut box to Hawks. He lifted his goggles before opening the box. Looking at the little chicken nuggets, his wings flapped, clapping his hands at your efforts of retrieving chicken. Ah, you're so sweet, Lion. Thank you. He smiled at you and gave you a genuine smile, picking up a nugget and popping it into his mouth. He started talking with his mouth open. Wow, this tastes really good, Lion. Try one. He poked one of the nuggets with a pick before handing it over to you. You hesitated, waving your hands. Don't eat with your mouth open. That's gross. But then being interrupted by Hawks pressing the nugget on your lips. You huffed and then took the nugget from him, chewing the little meatball quickly. You gulped it down, not being a huge fan of chicken. Lion, do you live with anybody? Boyfriend? Husband? You may sound disgust. Boyfriend? Your face started sweating, not really understanding where he was getting at. Oh, so you're married, Hawks hinted at you with a wink. Your face flushed, placing your hands on the desk. No, these aren't work-related questions. Hawks smirked, placing his goggles back on with a more serious tone. Well, no serious, Lion. There's been a villain targeting a young woman. He clears his throat before continuing. I just wanted to know if anyone lived with you, to see if you're an easy target for the villain. You felt a little flattered that he cared, but you were his assistant after all. I live alone, and I'm okay. I'm not completely defenseless. You readjusted your sweater dress, realizing it rose up from a bit you leaned on to his desk. Hawks remembered that your quirk was somewhat similar to his, so he did not pursue his questions anymore. His eyes wandered to your thighs, realizing that the sweater dress is a little short. Did I say not to dress professional? But you came in here with a shirt for a dress. He chuckled as the horde of butterflies covered his face. Mister, I think the villain targeting young women is you, pervert. Hawks reached his hands out in defense. I'm just telling you what I see, honeybee. His cell phone started going off, starting the butterflies they spread out. Sorry, let me take this. Hawks had stepped out momentarily to take the phone call. In the meantime, you lurked around. Your phone had a notification from Hawks. Hawks, hey, I had to do something real quick. Hawks, the situation got out of hand. Try staying over a friend's house tonight. Don't want you alone. Hawks, stay safe. Proud emoji. Did he use an emoji? So weird. You'll hear from him soon. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video, and if you guys don't mind, could you click the subscribe? You guys obviously don't have to, it's just a suggestion. Anyway, I want to say thank you to everyone who's been giving me support on the Hawks times listener butterfly lady one. To be honest with you though, I figured out that wasn't the actual name of the story itself, so I feel kind of embarrassed. But all links and credits to the people that made the art or the story are in the description. Morgan Devil is out. Bye.